Alright, we are to look into the word martyrdom in Christianity and in Islam. What does Christianity and Islam teaches about martyrdom? Before we go into this conversation, I want us to be open-minded. The worst thing we humans in search of knowledge can do to ourselves is to play defensive game during conversation when you don't know it all, as we all know that no man knows it all. Therefore, we ought to learn from one another. So pay attention.
I really genuinely think so. I've read the Quran multiple times.
That's a subjective opinion of yourself. That's
No.
Between my relationship.
You haven't read the Quran. You haven't read the Quran. I have read the Quran. So we're not talking about opinions. We're talking about you not knowing, despite your good intention.
Yes.
When you don't know, you really don't know what is in here.
Yes.
But I have read. I can show you my notes if you want.
Would you like to show me something that you oppose in the Quran, that you have a conflicting opinion to? Would you like to show me?
Multiple things.
No, to change my opinion, show me something.
Multiple things.
Please.
So according to the Quran is Islam according to the Quran is a death cult.
According to who?
According to the Quran,
It's a death cult.
it's a death cult.
Show me.
You know what a death cult is?
Yeah?
What is that?
Is that a cult that is based on killing people?
No, that's a murderous cult. A cult that wants others to be killed, which is Islam also. But Islam is also a death cult in that it wants the Muslims to die to save God.
Martyrs. As
Save God,
martyrs.
to save. No, don't. You know, this is.
Define a martyr.
What's that?
Martyr. Can you define what a martyr is?
I know what Christian martyr is. Yeah.
Okay, so your definition of a
One
martyr.
second. Martyrdom in the pre-Islam.
But you said death cult. I would say martyrdom. Sorry to cut you, but yeah.
Martyrdom in Christianity is a beautiful thing. You know what it is? In Christianity, martyrdom is where you're trying to bring people to God, and in that process, even if they kill you, that's fine. That's martyrdom. You become a martyr. You know what Islamic martyr is? You go and kill others, and in the process of killing others, don't mind if you're killed. That is Islamic martyrdom. These are very opposing. Islamic martyrdom is a shameful thing. It's an abominable thing. It's a very nasty thing. If you want, I can show this for you. Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Yeah. And if I show this to you, what would you do? Would you see that Islam is terrible?
No.
You won't see.
Your opinion is not powerful enough to change mine.
So
I'm a human. I'm entitled to my own opinions, my own beliefs. So everything is subjective. Every point you're making is not truth. And you should agree that because it's just coming from your mouth.
Going and killing others, is that a good thing?
Killing others.
Yeah.
It's in the context of where you're doing it. If it's warfare and it's to protect your lands and your family for self-defense, then killing is justified.
Which land was protected by the Muslims, the early Muslims?
I don't know.
If you don't know, please don't say make things up.
I hope we learn something from this conversation, that playing defensive game is not the right way to acquire knowledge or to find out the truth. Playing defensive game in such conversation, you are only showcasing that you know it all. Meanwhile, when you are asked questions based on the same topic, your response will be, I don't know. So why don't you humble yourself, listen and learn? Perfect religion supposed to be teaching us godliness, and the principal law of godliness regarding humanity is loving your neighbor as yourself. Now the question is, who is my neighbor? Your neighbor might be your enemy. So is it required of you to love your enemies? Yes, because there is no way humanity can achieve this perfect peace among themselves except they practice to forgive one another and to love their enemies. And that was precisely the kingdom of God Jesus Christ came to establish on earth when he taught, love your enemies, do good to those that hate you, pray for those that use and persecute you. If you love your enemies, there is no way you can go against them or to hurt them. In conclusion, regarding the true Messiah, listen very carefully. The one who brought to you the message of salvation in the name of God, and you reject the message. So he was moved because you rejected him. He was moved to hurt you, and in the process you might hurt him. Between the person who brought the message of salvation to you in the name of God, and when you reject it, He is not willing to hurt you. Rather, he is willing to give his own life that he may save you. Who is the true messenger? Jesus Christ said, "This is the true love. There is no greater love than this, that a man should lay down his own life for his friends." The true religion from God will never teach you to hurt others in the name of bringing them to God. Rather, it will teach you to lay down your life for others, just like Jesus Christ did for all mankind. This is pure love.